Basically, if anyone wants to see you in person, they're gonna have to come to the Cayman Islands. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
All right,
Why
guys.
not come down to Paradise and enjoy the best gaming tournament in the Caribbean?
Congratulations! This game's winner is...
Welcome to GameChat, a podcast focused on esports and all things game-related. Each episode, we interview an exciting guest from the world of gaming, from up-and-coming streamers to YouTube celebrity gamers. We learn and share together with our audience. So go ahead and jump in on this GameChat. Now, here's your host, Daniel Scott and Lance Jefferson.
What's up, Gamer Nation? Welcome back to another episode of GameChat. Today, in case you haven't heard of him, we have the man, the myth, the legend, TmarTn.
Woo! What's up? Oh my gosh, I'm excited about this. You guys, we talked about doing this when I was down there last year, and we're finally making it happen.
Yeah. So for the two people that don't know about you, give them a little intro about who you are and what you do.
All right. So my name is Trevor Martin, or TmarTn. I've been making YouTube videos for over 10 years now. Started back in high school doing like Call of Duty videos, tips and tricks, that kind of thing. Played a lot of CoD for many, many years. Still do from time to time. Haven't played as much recently. Hoping for some good titles in the next couple of years. But do like a lot of Let's Play stuff now. Do some travel vlogging on the side. And met you guys through GamersBay, which I've been to a couple of them now. I'm excited about the next one. It's going to be crazy.
Veteran GamersBay.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited.
Talk to them about the PAX East, your experiences.
So PAX East was actually the first event that I went to. I think I was 16. It was like one of my first like trips away from home by myself.
Okay.
So it was kind of cool, but I met up with a bunch of the kind of like YouTuber crew that I kind of grew up with and built my channel with. And it was crazy, man. It's a really, really good time. Just insane how big it is, and all the little booths with all the, huge game developers down to the little tiny companies. And it's really fun. It's just a huge like nerd geek fest in a good way.
For our listeners out there, like you said, you do YouTube now, but they might not know you used to do esports originally, right? Like you used to be a competitive gamer.
Yeah, that's how I started. So that was kind of like my foot in the door with YouTube.
That's phenomenal. Could you give the listeners like an insight of like how you became a competitive gamer, how you got onto a team, and maybe some of the experiences that you had playing professionally?
Well, I was kind of more on the early side of it. I focused on CoD, and back then Halo was kind of the big game. The MLG was having the huge Halo tournaments all over the U.S. and stuff like that. So like, I didn't do too much in terms of traveling to the huge events and stuff and competing. I did later on as a content creator, and I was part owner of one of the teams, Team NVS, and stuff like that. But I went around as like some like local lands and stuff right when competitive CoD was starting to build. And it was always fun, man. It was so cool to constantly be around the same guys, but in real life, not just playing online. You know what I mean? And the trash talk was always more fun when it was in person. And it was cool. It was cool to take it off of the internet and meet people in real life.
Yeah, for sure. It's the best way to get introverts out of the house.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. So
we see you're doing a lot now with Apex Legends. What's your thoughts on that new game?
Dude, it's really, really good. It's crazy that they took everybody by surprise, and there was no like marketing campaign for it. I mean, there was one, but it was just like, hey, here's the game, and it's out today, and it's free, which is totally different. And I feel like they've offered a lot of value for not requiring much spend, which is, a lot of games now are moving towards like crazy microtransactions and stuff like that, where you have to pay a lot of money just to be able to play or to be able to get the weapons or whatever else. So it's been good so far. Obviously, Fortnite's still kind of at the forefront of everybody's mind, so we'll see how those two duke it out over the next few months. It should be interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about comparing it to CoD, the new CoD 4, Call of Duty 4? What's your thoughts on those?
Next year, or the one that just came out?
The one that just came out. The
one that just came out, Black Ops 4. I don't know, man. It feels very similar to a lot of the stuff we've had in the past. It doesn't feel like the series is really innovating like they used to. And I think a lot of, especially the older players that have been around for a long time, are starting to get a little bit burnt out. I know I have. I'm looking forward to seeing what Infinity War does next year, though. There are rumors floating around that they're going to go back to, like, modern day war, like out in the Middle East and stuff, and do a prequel to Modern Warfare 2, which I think could be really, really cool. We'll have to wait and see what happens, though.
Yeah, for sure.
The problem is a lot of people want to see the game go back to what it was before, but I'm worried that it's never never going to meet your expectations. Because, I mean, you're always going to have that nostalgia. So, like, if they came back out with a Modern Warfare 2 again, something very, very similar, I think people would get bored really quickly. So I've thought about it and I've tried to brainstorm about it. I honestly don't even know what they need to do. There are people way smarter than me, and that's why they're making crazy games. But, I mean, they've got to do something to kind of, bring back that nostalgia, but also switch it up enough to get people addicted again. Like, it used to be fun just grinding levels and prestiges and stuff like that. And I think that system's been kind of played out, so they need something new.
You think one of the things that boils down to it is like having, like, maybe more new maps? Or
the content, like, pipeline definitely needs to be quicker, and I think that's another thing people are really upset with the current game, is that they kind of seem to promise that there was more going to be coming, and like Blackout, the battle royale mode is so much fun, but it hasn't really changed all that much. They actually just had their first update like a few days ago, and it's like, I mean, it's been out for how many months now? Like, COD usually only lasts 6 to 8 months before people get bored of it. It's been that long. We hardly have had any updates.
That's why Fortnite, I think, is taking the industry by storm.
Oh, for sure.
Because they're constantly doing stuff. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fortnite's crazy with that. I don't see them being beat for a while. We'll see what happens. But they've built a crazy beast that, with their updates every single week, with, the new seasons every couple months, it's crazy. The game's constantly changing, and that's a good and a bad thing, but overall it keeps people's attention.
Outside of I guess Apex and Fortnite, is there what other type of I guess competitive teams game would you recommend, or
for competing?
Yeah, because
well, I mean, it's not really my expertise, but a lot of the Dota and League of Legends and stuff like that, I played a little bit of that stuff, but those are huge over in Asia. I mean, it's like, it dwarfs anything here in the States in terms of like first-person shooters and stuff. Obviously, like Counter-Strike's huge. Trying to think of what else.
What about like Rainbow Six?
Rainbow Six, yeah. Rainbow Six is a lot of fun. They have some. That game is crazy. That's a game that's been around for like 4 years now and is continuing to add new stuff and not charge out the wazoo for it. So they've been doing really good too. I really enjoy that game.
I think that's one of the titles that we hear often too, that people ask for.
Want to add?
Yeah.
GamersBay?
Yeah.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
We're constantly looking to see what the hype games are. So right now Fortnite is always right there on top. So I guess the second tier down, we're looking to see what's gonna replace the CoD 4 or Apex, or we never know. So we're just gonna kind of hold that in the bag until
they're ready to come out full speed.
Yep.
But some interesting stuff will happen too in the summer and whatever else. So there might even be some new titles to take a look at.
Exactly.
Hopefully, they can do an update a week before GamersBay again. Keep us on our toes.
That was crazy.
Consoles, that was crazy.
That's a behind the scenes type of thing, guys.
So for the viewers that don't know, we were down there for the tournament, and we're like, these guys had stuff planned for myself and Chelsea and the other influencers that were there, and so we had all these fun activities planned, and then all of a sudden there was a huge Fortnite update that came out like a couple days before the event. So obviously you need to download the update on all the consoles, and they had tons of consoles that needed it. So it was a nightmare. They were up that, you guys were, I mean, it was like 9, 10, 11 o'clock, right?
Yeah. We were burning out midnight.
Midnight, just updating those things. Oh, that was brutal.
That's a little bit of the risk for a great reward at the end, right? So
for sure.
Yeah.
And we always like to ask like some tips of where if you had to give some advice for some upcoming content creators.
Absolutely. So one of the biggest things I've got a few pieces of advice here. A lot of people kind of get stuck in that like analysis paralysis stage. Like they think that they need the best camera, the best capture card, they need the best microphone, and they buy all this equipment and then they never even use it. So like I always tell people just go for it, dude. I mean, you can a basic PC can run and record games, so you can do that. If you have a console, you can get a capture card. A lot of the consoles can record stuff now too, if you're up to like 10 minutes or whatever. If you want to vlog and do real life stuff, just use your phone. You don't need to go out and buy an expensive camera. Just kind of like do it, because the only way you're going to get better is by actively, making content. And it's not like you can buy your skill at it. You just need to keep doing it. I have a friend, Tom, or Pro Syndicate, who he does all of his vlogs on his iPhone. And most people think, oh, I need this big fancy camera. No, he's super successful just using a phone. So that's one thing. I think the second thing is staying consistent and not really looking at the numbers too much. I feel like a lot of people get into it for the wrong reasons, and they want to make that money, get that check. And yeah, that can come with it eventually, but you're going to burn yourself out if that's all you're focused on at the start. You just kind of need to focus on having fun with it, which is going to make your content better in the first place. And just kind of like, network with friends, build it up, make it enjoyable, make it more of a hobby. And if it happens to turn into something that you can make money on, great. If it doesn't, then it's not like it was wasted time. It's still a hobby of yours. So I think a lot of people take it a little too seriously and just have fun with it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Absolutely.
There you go, guys. Some gold nuggets from TmarTn.
Absolutely, man.
Dropping
Just
the
go out there
knowledge
and do it.
bombs.
That's the biggest thing. It makes me like you can go on eBay and you can see so many like capture cards being sold and everything else, and it's sad. So just go out there, do it, and have fun with it. See what happens.
Are you getting paid for that slogan? Just do it. That tagline just
gotta blur that out.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for that, man. Oh man, that's crazy. Man, I think I ran out of questions.
But I know exactly where to go. You ready? So are you going? You guys.
Actually, I had a couple more questions. I wanted to go on like some pros and cons of like Apex versus Fortnite.
Okay.
If you didn't mind. Yeah, go ahead. Whenever you're
Absolutely. Well, I like so Fortnite. I feel like the building in Fortnite is its biggest like attribute and its biggest flaw. I think the building is what set Fortnite apart from all the other games and made it so exciting. But as time's gone on, the building for what like the skill ceiling is just so high that a top tier builder is so much better than just your average player that it can be kind of frustrating to play. So I think that, from a casual standpoint, it's kind of hurt the game in that regard. Apex, I feel like, does a really good job there because it's a first-person shooter. So, like, a lot of people are used to that. They've been playing CoD, they've been playing Halo, they've been playing whatever else for however long, and there's no building. It's more about the gunfight. So, for me personally, I kind of enjoy that better. I know there are fantastic Fortnite players out there that enjoy the aspect of the building, the challenge of it. But I think that's definitely one of the biggest differences. Fortnite, obviously, like we said, they update all the time. I think they have Season 8 coming out here in a couple of days. So that is what has absolutely kept them on top for so long. And Apex added in a couple new weapons and they added in some new skins and stuff, but I don't think they're going to be able to even come close to what Fortnite and Epic Games do.
All right, guys, stay tuned. We're going to jump to a quick commercial break. And when we get back, we're going to see what TmarTn has planned for 2019. Woo, woo.
You're listening to the Game Chat Podcast, brought to you by GamersBay, with your host, Daniel Scott and Lance Jefferson.
All right, guys, welcome back to Game Chat. If you're just tuning in, we got the one and only TmarTn.
What up?
So talk to him about
what we got for 2019.
Yeah.
All right. So for those out there that's listening that doesn't know, those out there that's listening that don't know, Trevor's gonna be back for GamersBay 4. He's coming back to Cayman. When he comes, the island rocks, and and you already know what it is for 2019. But outside of that, is there anywhere else, any other conventions you're going to be going to, any other events that any of your fans or our listeners could see you in person?
I don't know if I have anything specific planned yet. I usually end up going out to E3 in LA. I think that's usually in June. So that'll definitely be something. Absolutely cannot wait for GamersBay 4. What is it? September
28th and 29th.
28th and 29th.
2 days this year. 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's gonna be so exciting.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be the best one yet. It's been so cool to see you guys grow every single year.
yeah,
But
absolutely. And
that's definitely
no, I say in a lot of that is for those that don't know, like because of you and your assistants, you've been phenomenal as well. So
my man.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun. I still like the first time we came down, I had no clue what we were getting into. You guys treated us like family, and you guys are fantastic friends. We love you guys, and we're excited to keep it going.
Absolutely.
But yeah, for 2019, probably E3. I don't know. I was wanting to make it up to PAX with you guys, but I don't think that's gonna work out. I got some stuff going on here.
That's cool.
Other than that, I mean, just doing a lot of gaming. We'll see what comes out. I think it should be a pretty high year for games.
Yeah.
So
If
I think Q4.
so basically, if anyone wants to see you in person, they're gonna have to come to the Cayman Islands. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
All right,
Why
guys.
not come down to Paradise and enjoy the best gaming tournament in the Caribbean?
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
It's the place to be, man.
Beaches, bears for those that's 18 and older, and TmarTn and Cayman.
In Cayman, you can't ask for more than
Can't ask
that.
for no more than that.
It's perfection, dude. It's
Yeah.
absolutely perfect.
In the Caribbean. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Game Chat. We know we sure did. We always have a blast with our bro Trevor.
TmarTn.
Oh yeah.
So
Before
excited to see you guys.
for anyone that wants to follow Trevor, there'll be his links in the description.
Mhm.
You can
Check
find
out
his IG, his several YouTube channels. All of those will be in the description below.
Yeah.
Definitely click on those and
Absolutely.
check those out and give him a subscribe.
Anything you want to leave the audience with?
Make sure that all of you guys are down there in Cayman for GamersBay 4. Don't miss it. It's going to be the best one yet.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Till next time, guys. Keep gaming.
Peace out.
Woo.
Congratulations! This game's winner is...
Thanks for joining us this week on Game Chat. Make sure to visit our website, GamersBayCayman.com, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. We also have cool merchandise and tickets for next year's event. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us too. You can also find us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. See you all on next week's episode of Game Chat.